Talking all that bullshit. I'ma put it to you like this, yo.
This is for the nerds, this is for the brainiacs, this what we deserve. Go ahead and play it back, you ain't gonna touch me, you not gonna do nothing, you are not above me, I bet you wish you was me, I know it, I know.
What is poppin', everybody? And welcome back to another special episode of the Only Friends podcast. Well, you know, it's me and my only friends, which includes, but is not limited to, my boy, Lamanna.
What? Lamet? Who?
He didn't mean to throw it to you.
I was going
So thrown off.
Bro fumbled the ball. He didn't know what was going on.
So that's fine because I'm
He was
pretty
going to say
sure.
Landon.
I'm pretty sure over 50% of the audience don't know my real name.
That's true.
Yeah.
I was actually going to go to Guapo, but I didn't want to call him Guapo, and I didn't want to.
Why don't we shoot it over to our boy, One Card Connie?
What's poppin', baby? How y'all doing today?
What time does that start?
It starts at 4 o'clock.
You can only look at one card.
Yep.
The entire session.
So I'm playing 25.50 on the WPT stream content.
Not
creator
25
stream.
cent, 50 cent.
No.
Okay.
And I get to look at one card.
Okay. Now, you don't have to divulge what it is. Wow, man. The color rush. Let's fucking go,
Let's
baby.
go.
Mitch is going to look good in this, baby. Now, you don't have to divulge what it is, but have you thought about the strategy to playing one card?
Yeah, definitely. 7 of hearts, I'm going for it.
I hate you. I hate you so
7 of
much.
hearts, I'm going for it. My God, it's going to be like...
I really hate you.
Wait, what's the hot card this month?
It's
Brian?
7 of hearts. That's what I'm saying.
Queen.
It's Queen.
No, it's a 7 of hearts, man.
I hit it yesterday.
I'm definitely going all 7 of hearts. Like, I mean, obviously, I've thought about it. I've, whatever. But like,
Thank you,
the only thing
Guapo.
I came back to is, I just came back around and I was like, what matters if I have the 7 of hearts in my hand?
Okay.
And that's just the way to go about things,
All right. Well, if I could suggest perhaps putting a little more thought into this,
Just a little bit.
I would say 2 things. I would say, 1, try to be all in pre a lot when you're not in the blinds. We won't divulge whatever you're cooking there. But 2, when you're in the big blind, defend vigorously and then try to be all in when you make pairs.
I mean, as long as I have the deuce of spades in my hand, I think I'm just gonna be all in.
Like the fascinating thing is you kind of get to play the 3 to a flush through to a straight game where instead of just like, wow, this is a natural peel, it's like, fuck you.
Fuck you. Oh, that's gonna be fun. I can't wait.
8 high board and I have a 9. Man, how bad could it be?
8-7 deuce.
Yeah, you got a 9 and 9's a power
That's a
card
really
there.
good card.
Right.
You know?
You have at least one over. You could have an over pair. You could have
Doesn't
a
matter.
pair and an over.
I got all in.
Check call flop, lead on board pair turns.
Maybe. Well, what do you? They know he's only looking at one card.
Yeah, but if he leads, he's probably got a pair because he called.
I got topless pair.
Maybe. He's balancing his range
All right,
there.
we're setting the levels. I'm just very excited to see how quickly you go broke. It's inevitable, and this isn't a slight against you. I just don't know how a man wins with one card. How bad would everybody else have to be?
Or how good would he have to run?
Well, yeah,
if
that
anybody
too.
can do it, it's Connie.
Do you get to, like, is there a point where you just get to say, okay, like, I've gotten very fortunate, I can leave? Because part of the strategy here is, like, dipping.
I'll be there at 10 p.m.
Or, like, no, you won't. No, you absolutely won't. I can assure you this, Conrad.
Listen.
I can assure you will not be there at 10 p.m.
I have a feeling that I'm going to run really good
Have
today.
you negotiated anything where you get to look at the second card or you get to leave? Like, is there any way you get to recoup some of your edge?
There is no way that I would want to start by playing with one card and finish by looking at 2. Like, it's just more fun just looking at one card, so I'm just going to look at one card also.
We ain't talking fun. We're talking tab here, man. Like,
This is your one chance.
like I just want...
Just call me one card Connie, man, because that's what's happening.
I don't like this one fucking bit. I like the bit. I think it's funny. Shout out to Benz who's putting you in here for the 5K free roll. I don't like that this never ends though. Like, it's so, you know what I mean? Like, let's say he runs it up to 15K.
He's just dead anyways.
Let's say he hits the double and gets it up to 20, right? Now what? Like, now he has to be the loose cannon who's just folding out the rest of the stream?
Yeah, Jed.
Well, I mean,
Stop looking at one card. Look at zero cards. And throw a hand away.
Truthfully, like, how could you ever justify playing another hand? Benz, shout out my man. I like it.
My guy.
But, like, can we, divvy up the profits at some point? Maybe
Rat hole?
Maybe let my guy look at a second card here after he's up a certain amount of big blinds. I don't know. I'm just throwing things at, look, because like we all want the chaos, but we don't want to disincentivize my man from being all in every hand.
Right.
Right.
Once he gets so many chips in front of him that he stops playing cards and stops being fun, then you show him 2 cards and he'll be a lot fun again.
Yeah.
A lot more fun again.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, because Conrad with like a quadruple stack is
I think once he gets to 20K, he should get 3 cards and be allowed to look at 2.
Now we're talking.
I'm just all in, guys. I don't know what to say. 7 of hearts, deuce of spades. The chips are in the middle.
It's 100K or
if,
zero.
if it's 5K, it's a 15K. It's like these are the cards, and that's what we go with.
Are you getting?
I got 1 bullet.
Oh wow.
1 bullet, Connie.
This could literally be like
1 bullet, 1 card, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I think the odds that he actually leaves with dollars is like very, very low, like less than 1.
Yeah,
like less than 1% probably.
So
If he
is
has-
that 99 to 1? Is that what you're offering me right now? All right, cool. I'll bet $5.
No, well, Landon's dumb.
I'm just doing what he does.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. That's
well,
I'm just doing
look,
what
I'm
he
just
does.
trying to save him. I'm trying to save him.
Don't do that.
Because if he does get if he gets
No.
lucky at doubles, he can just fold.
No, but that's scamming.
No, it's not.
It's not
smart.
It's just smart. It's just strategy. What do you mean that's scamming?
No, because now there's a sideline on how he plays his strategy.
Yes, Landon, that's exactly how strategies work.
Nah, it's a scam.
No, it's not. You're
I'm betting on
you're
Conrad
just
to
saying
beat
something a little
Conrad.
bit out of pocket, which means if
Brian,
the man had
this
to
is
play,
why bits are so difficult.
if the man had to play 1 card the entire stream, then yes, it's like 1% he leaves with money. But if the man can just start to fold because he has side action, he's going to leave with money a lot. Folding isn't that expensive, especially when you never have, like, it's not like he gets kings and gets put into a tough spot, He gets a king.
He gets king.
He gets 1 lone king. Oh, man.
Listen, I don't know what you guys think, but I have
Shut up.
a certain intuition to understand when I have 2 kings
You
in
are
my
a
hand.
fap.
So I don't need to
Stop selling it, fat boy.
I don't need to look at the other card.
Jesus.
Too much.
Nobody wants to hear that, bro.
Cross
It's
the line,
way
buddy.
too early in the morning.
Fake action pro motherfucker.
I'm gonna have so much fun today.
Fake
regardless.
action whale. He's a flaw.
I got 1 card, man. I hope it's 7 of hearts.
Yeah, we know you get 1
At least
card.
this time he's an action whale. He's got 1 card.
That is true. He absolutely doesn't have a choice. He just gets to be an action whale. All right, guys, we have a great show lined up for you today now that we've gotten stay tuned tonight for the WPT, by the way. This live stream is going to be off the hook, I think. We have a great show, if you will.
A good show.
A few things lined up. We're going to get more into the cheating allegations. There's a lot more being divulged by Wesley and his team of whoever out there doing the dirty work and finding out more of what's going on in the underground scene, as well as some insight both from me and Jeremiah, who have been a part of a couple of home games in the past where they were likely cheated.
Is Wesley in the witness protection plan now?
It sure doesn't look like it from his tweets. I don't think he's hiding from anybody. So we'll get to that in the back end. We're going to wrap up this show with Weekend Warrior today. 1, because the Steelers play, if you couldn't tell. And 2, because we're actually going to be making picks on Game of Gold. So we're going to have a fun bit played out where we are going to do an Indian poker tournament and get to have 1st through 6th pick of the Game of Gold finale, which we're going to cover tomorrow. But before we get to all that, we got a lot of stuff popping off in the community. Did you guys see Phil Hellmuth just out there setting trends?
I mean, he's the GOAT, man.
Landon asked.
He's the man.
The Magic Man. Landon asked, he goes, who do you think is behind all this? Like, who do you think is the person saying, like, Phil, do this thing. It's going to pop.
I bet I know who it is.
Go on.
It's Phil.
It's Phil. It's Phil. Like, this was not a bit this was not like meant to go viral the way that it has. This is Phil being Phil.
Look at his face. That's
This is just Phil being Phil. Just try to understand.
So bad.
Try to understand.
He's
I'm a magic man. Right.
We have to sing it because we'll get demonetized if we.
Oh, we're way too close.
Yeah.
Way too close to the actual song for sure. But I love that. I love the way that this took off, and it's the OGs. the OGs memeing him to me is so hilarious. I don't know why. This just like, for whatever reason, you know, in the last 10 years with social media and everything, we've had way too much access to these guys. Nobody's beyond reproach anymore. Nobody's beyond, you know, basically being a public figure at this point. Everybody kind of gets their limelight, especially in the poker community. So it's like, it's nice to be reminded how goated the REAs and the Negranos of the world are. Like, they quote tweeted it and they did their impersonation of it. It's obviously hilarious. And I was saying to the group chat last night, like, imagine if like this caught on and then we saw Gus Hansen do it and then Antonius do it and then Ivy do it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Just like
That
Ivy,
would be amazing.
stone cold stoic. Just Magic Man playing on in the background, him going through his fucking suite and wherever God
I can
knows.
see it. I can like
You know?
Ivy's low key funny like that.
Exactly. Which is what makes it so like chef's
Yeah.
kiss, you know? It's incredible. So big shout out to Hellmuth for just being you, man. We really appreciate everything that you're out there doing.
Keep being a magic man.
Just keep being that magic man. Go get number
Someone 3-bet me
18.
and I had ace queen of diamonds, and I was like, you know what? I should fold. Phil would fold. Phil would have known.
What'd you do?
Guide kings.
Did you
You
get
got
there?
to look at both cards.
You're 30%.
Did you get there?
No,
You're 30%. You'll get there someday.
not today.
A man who did get there is Hunt's student, Dave Larson.
Let's go.
Ships the Wynn Seniors event.
Let's go, Dave.
How much was it for?
107,000, I think.
Wow.
Hey, 141. Sorry, 141.
Don't short
Let's
check.
go, Dave.
805 entries in
Look
the
at that
senior.
hat.
Look.
I mean, a
Look
man
at the
wearing a
hand he
hat
did it
like
with,
that.
Landon.
Uh-huh.
I can't see
Ace
it.
queen.
Ace queen.
The parking
queen.
lot hand. He needs to take his 141,000 to the parking lot.
Man, imagine having
Safely.
imagine having the balls to play ace queen off in a seniors event. Like, you're just asking for
It's
it.
heads up, man.
That's true. Everything goes up a little bit in value, you know.
But ace king's always there.
Yeah,
though.
ace queen becomes the new ace king. Ace jack becomes the parking lot.
He should just put the 5-3 out there.
Imagine somebody in the seniors event paying homage to fucking
Jeremy
Becker. We've really come full circle.
Magic man.
But yeah, huge shout out to Dave. That's obviously a big score, man. These like specialty side events are real. You can tell MTT poker is like just so flourishing at the moment.
Popping.
Obviously, like, you know, Pad's basically saying that he thinks the Wynn 10K is gonna blow 40 million out of the water.
I think so too. 50. I'm thinking 50.
Possible.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how much first is in the mystery bounty right now because last
lot.
flight got like 1,600 people.
1,600?
The last flight, and then the flight before that got like 1,000.
It was a 5 million guarantee, right?
Yeah.
And my,
2 million. I think.
and my boy Jared Mingani.
But they obviously hit it.
Yeah.
Like, and then some. I mean, the 1,600 alone. It's a 1,650 mystery bounty?
It's a 1,600.
Okay, so like the 1,600 alone's like pretty close.
Yeah.
Our boy Jared Mingani found a chip lead bag.
I really don't think that's how you
Mingini.
pronounce his last name.
Yeah.
I'm
That I
well
believe
aware,
to be
but
true.
It's okay.
Good enough.
He
It's more
bagged the
fun.
chip lead in the
Yep.
mystery bounty?
He's out there. He's
Man. Playing
This-
day 2 of a mystery bounty when you have all the fucking chips is such a rush.
Ever since he's gotten that 1970s porn stash, he's been killing it.
Good for him.
Hey.
Love to see it.
November, baby. No, it's not. It's December.
Yeah. No, not
It's
November is over.
It's
Yeah.
November somewhere.
That stash is still doing the work.
The prime is going to be prime.
Ooh.
I mean, it really is. Like
You love
5
that one.
million. I just came up with that on the fly. 5 million.
Good job, Tortoise.
What do you think? Do we think it'll double?
Guapo had to give him his flowers.
Do we think it'll double? Do people get 10 million?
I think
10
it's
million?
possible.
$10 million in the
It's an
1100.
It's an 1,100?
Yeah.
Which means you need how many people?
10,000.
10,000.
That's
It's unlimited reentries, bro.
yeah.
It is unlimited reentries.
It's unlimited.
So maybe
Four
maybe you're
starting
talking about
plates?
like 3,000 unique players. That's doable.
I-
3,000 unique, I think, is very doable for sure.
You might actually play this one. You might max late reg it. You might.
When is it?
It's like the next 3 days. 3
next
fights?
there's 4 fights. So
Starts today.
Thursday, Friday,
today.
Saturday, Sunday.
Sunday, yeah.
So day two's on
No
Monday.
Steelers on Sunday, so I mean,
Don't ask me
Yeah,
too many
but
questions.
there's a high probability I'm playing the WPT cash game Sunday.
Oh,
okay.
you might just win $1 million in that game.
It's not that big. But
Oh.
yeah,
What
that'd
is
be
it?
nice.
50-100?
2-4.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Cash is so good.
It is.
It's so good. We have
You've been-
we have 2 tables of 1-1 today.
Yeah.
By 2 tables of 1-1, I mean like, you know, fake 1-1. It's actually 1-2. Everybody's 100K effective. Yeah, I don't know. I really want to win a tournament. And I especially
Do you really?
What'd you say?
it feels nice.
Yeah.
How would you know how it feels?
Well, I hear things. But the pain look, I'm a big believer
Pain is real.
I'm a big believer in resilience and doing the dirty work.
I think you said
Grit.
Brazilians.
I'm also a big believer in Brazilians. I'm a big believer in doing the dirty work, doing the hard thing that other people are unwilling to do, and being resilient throughout the process. And the notion that you have to put in all this sweat equity and just suffer to finally have that one shiny moment on the podium where you ship it and get all the money, that's appealing to me.
By the way, it's 1 entry per day, 1 re-entry per day.
For the prime.
Yep.
So
Okay,
you
so
can
get
have
8
8
million.
max.
One time I would just love to not be shit on when I'm going through something.
I know.
Anyway, the
I
point
thought
I'm
you
trying
were
to
done.
get, what would make you think I was done?
He's right.
Is he ever
stopped.
done?
He just doesn't listen is the thing. Like, he may as well not have the headphones on at all.
I was listening.
The point that I'm getting at is what deters me is, 1, I don't think I'll ever win. But 2, the notion that like when you finally do hit the podium, it could just be like some shitty ass 1K where it's 32K up top.
You got like 3rd in the Florida tournament for like 370.
That's second.
You got to say, shout out to.
That was a long time ago.
I played with
That was 2017.
the guy who beat your ass, good old
He's very
Charlie
good.
Campos, at the 2-3.
Oh,
Jewel.
that was a different tournament. You guys are talking. Look, that's how deep I run in events. You guys are. We're all talking about 3 different events.
They were all in Florida.
They were all in Florida.
Here's the issue. They know each person that was at the 3 events that you final
That's also
table.
true. That is also true.
Yeah.
The one Landon's referring to is 2017. Lamanna was there. I was dressed as a cocktail waiter.
I'm talking about the one. I'm talking about the one in July.
He's talking about the one in July now in Daytona, and then the one I was talking about was the one, the 5K that I lost.
You got 2nd in Daytona?
It was not a 5K.
Yeah.
Always
It was
a
like
bridesmaid.
30K.
I think I almost intentionally got 2nd in Daytona. I lost to a student of ours, and
Don't shit on his win like that.
no, I'm not at all. He
I'm
played
joking,
great.
I'm
He actually
joking.
played really great at the final table.
Yeah.
But also, I kind of wanted to keep up the I'm never going to win an event.
He said
Motif.
he said you got your money and you headed straight to the airport and we're gone.
Facts. Yeah, no, that's.
You were out of
I'm
there.
pretty sure that's true.
You didn't want to spend more time than you needed
But the
to.
only reason I got 2nd is because I didn't want to commentate the final table.
So you had to get 2nd.
Yeah, it was,
At least you had to make it the heads up.
Yeah. It was when you bust, come in the booth with Tom, and I was
Yeah.
like, Tom, you're on your own, big guy. I'm gonna fucking make 2nd place in this one for
Tom's
sure.
out there in day 2 of the mystery bounty.
He is.
He is.
Yeah.
Man.
Uncle Tom is getting
just,
it.
Bro just finds chips.
He made final 2 tables in Jacksonville WPT.
He did.
Yeah.
He did indeed. Lost, I think, queens to ace queen, maybe. I think that's how he suffered.
Tom's just out there doing it.
He busted with a premium and then, went through the whole, what could I have done differently? Rigmarole. I was like, well, run better. I hate that that's like the most appropriate response to almost every single tournament bust out hand
Right.
history I've ever
course.
seen. It's like, what can I do? It's like, I don't know, man. Get luckier.
Right. Right.
know?
It's like you have a hand that goes all in and then you just go all in and you don't win.
Yeah, it's like talking
What
to
else
you.
can you do?
It's like talking to you whenever you give me jewel hand histories.
Oh man, I got a bunch of them from yesterday.
I don't want to hear them.
You were cooking.
Not
I was
today,
cooking
boys.
yesterday.
Not today, boys.
700 big blinds in front of me.
Wow. How many of them did you pay for?
Half.
Okay. Still a good day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won 500 big blinds yesterday as well.
All right,
day.
let's go.
Great day.
It's going to be a great night, Landon.
Dude,
I agree.
this
Give me a
might be,
great
this
night.
could be, is this a game that matters a lot to you?
A lot.
This is the big one?
This is huge. This is my Super Bowl right now.
Like if you lose, like Conrad's a favorite.
Big favorite. Big favorite.
Who are they playing?
The Patriots.
The down bad
And it's-
Patriots.
They're the
At
worst.
home?
At home.
At home. versus the 2-12 Patriots.
Who are actively trying to lose games so they can get the number 1 pick.
And also don't have a running back. I think Stevenson's out.
They haven't had a running back in 10 years.
It's old man Elliott in there.
I mean,
Oh yeah, they do have Zeke.
Hopefully he goes off for like 150,
Shut
3
the fuck
touchdowns,
up.
and that's the automatic win.
No, it's impossible.
So you
No.
might lose from a game that they should probably never lose.
Yeah.
If we lose tonight, we'll be down at least 1, possibly 2 cast members for tomorrow.
Correct. not just
Berkey
tomorrow.
and I are gonna hold hands as we jump off the fucking bridge.
We're gonna Thelma and Louise it.
You guys are gonna go to that bridge back there.
Yeah, we're just
You're gonna
that's
take a trip.
We're gonna pay homage to the Clemente Bridge, and we're just gonna end it.
We're gonna have a.
Honestly, it's not that high. I'm pretty sure we'd just be fine.
You'd like break a leg, which is even worse.
I don't even know if that's true. It's only like 20 feet off the ground. I'm pretty sure we could just jump in the river and be fine. Just float along and be like, drown me.
That would be really good if you guys like they lost. You went there. We got it on the OnlyFriends podcast. We zoomed you in. You and the turtle.
We're just taking a plunge and it ends up just being a cold bath.
Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my
Too
friend.
much. Yeah, the final score of this literally might be 3-0. The over/under is 30, which is the lowest over/under total in 30 years.
The under's got to be a lock.
1993 was the last time there was
Lower,
an over/under.
Brian.
Lower.
So it's 30.5, I think.
Conrad, do you like the under or you like the higher or lower?
I would be going lower.
All right, higher, everyone.
For sure.
Higher. Damn it,
Look, I was already leaning that way, but as somebody who's watched these situations play out a million times over, I've watched Charlie Batch come in year over year when Ben would get hurt. I watched Tom Zach do it for Matt when Max would get hurt. The backup quarterbacks fucking stink.
There's gonna be three defensive touchdowns.
Exactly.
No TDs.
Trubisky is a fraud. He's a turnover machine. He's terrible. But
How he went like second, right?
first
He went first in the draft.
to the Bears.
Mamma mia.
But he's gonna ball out tonight.
Yes.
Hear me out.
Hear me out on
Yeah.
this.
Okay.
The defense is going to score minimum 2, maybe 3 touchdowns. I think Mitch throws for like 330, 3 TDs, and 4 picks.
That's about right.
And 4 picks. I hope they're all pick
telling you,
sixes.
man. I'm telling you, I think he's going to put up like a fantasy week for the gods. The Patriots are actively tanking. They're terrible. Pittsburgh's defense is still really good in spite of like having been hit by the injury bug. I really feel good about tonight in spite. Like, I did not feel good about the Cardinal game. I was like, this is a goddamn trap game. Something's going to happen. Kenny's already hurt, like, going into it with the ankle. He ends up not. If he plays the second half, I think we find a way to win.
I just
But,
want to go on record and
agree.
say that you did not say that you did not feel great about the Cardinals game last week.
I communicated it to Lamanna.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, well,
As a fellow Yinzer, he knows when a trap game is coming up on the
Right.
schedule.
on this
Right.
podcast, you clearly said the Cardinals suck, and you're
They do suck.
They do suck.
and you were going to beat them. That's all.
Oh, and I did think we were going to win, but like if you go back to the chat for our survivor picks, we were targeting Arizona, Pittsburgh, and I said no.
Yeah.
That's a trap game, fellas.
Right.
We're targeting Tampa Bay,
And
Carolina.
I bet if you told Berkey, like, you're like, oh, Pickett's going to get hurt in the first half, Berkey would be like, they might not win then.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
So
You
it's
guys
funny.
spoke to each other in confidence as
We just shoot each other a glare.
Yeah.
We just shoot each other a glare. We were just like,
You're like, so the Steelers
been here,
are
guys.
going to win, right?
no, like here's the existence of being a Steeler fan. You come to expect to lose that game at home when it means the fucking most.
Right.
And then you come to expect them to play the Ravens week 18
Right. In
for
Baltimore.
a spot, in Baltimore for a spot to get the 7 seed, and they fucking win by a field goal.
It went by
Right.
3.
Yeah.
That's the existence of being
that
a
is
Steeler fan.
still-
Miles
Spoiler,
Garrett
chill.
went number 1, and Trubisky went number 2.
Oh,
Okay, there you go.
wait, was Garrett and Watt the same year?
I said second, right?
Yeah, you were right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, imagine.
How did he go second, though? Come on.
No, Garrett and what? TJ? Actually,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Oh my. Trubisky went to UNC, I think.
Yes, he
Dude,
did.
it's the whole, like, oh, he's a pro-style quarterback.
Yeah.
Figured out that's not true.
Oh, the Bears have been like searching. They're looking to move past Fields now.
I thought Fields was good.
He is. Well, Ohio State quarterbacks don't pan out.
Yeah, he's
Talk
good.
to CJ Stroud.
He has,
I know.
he
We'll
has
see.
potential, I think, Fields.
Yeah, he
They're
needs to
talking
learn-
about
he needs to learn
him
how to
landing in
protect the ball a
Pittsburgh.
little more.
Would you like Justin Fields?
No, I'm still very much a big believer in Kenny, but I'm a contrarian. Like I was the one shouting from the rooftops that Cordell Stewart was ahead of his time, and he was one of the best quarterbacks we had drafted for a long time. I was all in on Ben his first 3 years when he was throwing for 132 yards a game. Like,
This was real. That's how Ben.
he was very mediocre his first 2 or 3 seasons.
Yes, TJ Watt was in the same draft.
Wow, what a fucking
Where'd he go?
steal.
The 30th.
Yeah.
Steelers they're so smart. This is why the Steelers are always good because they just draft
Yeah.
so well.
It's true.
Jesus.
It's true.
They
No,
do. They
you
do.
can't
I'm
argue
not-
that.
not saying-
Perennial,
I'm just complaining that the Giants had so many picks. The Jets had picks.
Exactly.
What
There's the other
fuck?
side of it.
My God.
Yeah, where'd your picks go?
Jamal Adams,
Nowhere.
which, it wasn't the worst.
Yeah.
Defensive back, okay.
But-
Based off that draft
And
class.
Evan Ingram.
Danny Dimes, baby.
Evan Ingram's not bad.
Yeah.
Bro,
they're
listen
not
to the people
there
they
anymore.
passed on.
Evan Ingram is actually doing really well
For
the
someone
Jaguars.
else. Yeah, exactly.
For somebody else.
All right, let's get into a little bit more of the poker related stuff, the cheating scandals, and things along those lines. Yesterday was a whirlwind. I thought you guys did a really great job of catching everybody up on. I don't even know how to call this, man. Like, I guess the rumor mill.
That sounds pretty good. Yeah.
I'll tell you one big thing. I had no idea what the fuck was going on yesterday.
I
And I
actually
still
think
don't.
you guys did a pretty good job of like recreating the timeline of everything that occurred, which is very important for all of this. It's tough because the vast majority of the information we're getting is coming from one single source.
Yeah.
So it's almost all coming from Wesley, and he's shouting from the rooftops, and rightfully so. You know, if he's been cheated, which it seems like the probability of that being the case is increasing, then he should do everything within his power to kind of expose that, go public with it, etc. And I think the worrisome thing to me is that other people who were in those games aren't really talking. So we heard a lot from I'm sorry, what was that girl's name?
Sia or Rena?
No, not Sia, Rena. So we heard a lot from Rena, but none of us really know who she is. So we can't really corroborate that she's a reliable source. The best thing we have to go off of is a year ago, she made a Facebook post that kind of outed Mars for cheating, but it was predicated on the fact that he hadn't paid her, right? So that's just going to be super common. Like, game runners owe people all the fucking time. The easiest thing to do is out them as scummy.
Difference between cheating the game and stiffing.
Yeah, and like, you know, to the next level, like if you're not getting paid by a game runner, accusing him of cheating is a good way to leverage a means of cutting his legs out from underneath him, right? Like if people think your game is cheated, they're not going to frequent it any longer. So that'll make it such that you either pay to remove those accusations or you lose your game. I thought one bit that maybe you guys glossed over a little bit that seems to be coming to the surface a lot more was the relationship between Mars and Zio. So Zio, we know a fair amount from the Hustler live streams. He's been a big part of that. Him and Ryan are relatively close. Almost everybody has corroborated that Zio had nothing to do with the cheating scandal, including Wesley. But I don't know where one truth ends and lies begin. And I'm not saying this in an accusatory way of like Wesley or anything like that. I'm kind of like echoing a little bit of like the video that Doug put out where it's his intro was actually pretty great. He went through, I don't know, a half a dozen cheating scandals over the last like 6 to 8 months, and every one of them involved Hustler Casino Live players, and half of them involved like Wesley and Blank Check Ben in some capacity. So it's just like, no, not that one. Okay, let's focus on this one type of thing. And it's tough because like when that's your source, it becomes a question of like how reliable is it? Like you were just involved in getting scammed or being a part of Blank Check Ben. I don't even know. Like,
who knows?
I don't even know what Wesley's contribution was to all of that. But the whole thing, I guess, is that when we strip everything away, it's like I think we need to take everything with a grain of salt, right?
Yeah.
Are home games cheated? Absolutely.
Shocker.
Right, like breaking news. You know, was Mars and Zio working together to potentially cheat this home game? Who knows? Are Zio's other relationships potentially compromised? Who knows? Right? Like, I have no fucking idea. Like, if we start to try to unravel this thing and pull at every little thread and get to the bottom of it, we're gonna go crazy.
Right.
You know?
That's what Joey's for.
He's already crazy.
I'm pretty sure he's out on this one.
He did
blame him.
Postlegate. Did he do a second one or no?
Yeah.
Well, Jack 4.
Jack 4.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes, Robbie Gate.
Yeah.
Robbie Gate.
The irony is the most popular thing he ever did was the Khabib fight.
Oh yeah, that went viral.
That went super viral.
Yeah,
Like 15 million, right?
No.
and it's weird though
Like
because
40 million.
40?
yeah,
Yeah.
UFC didn't flag it. Usually they're pretty good about stuff like that, but I think he used a lot of footage from people's cell phones.
Yeah, I think that's true. I thought he used a lot of like just imagery, like stills.
25 million.
I remember video.
25 million?
You might be right. You might be right.
You both are wrong.
Oh no, I was saying
We're in
Oh,
we meet in the
Guapo
middle,
might
yeah.
be right.
10 million, 40 million.
Dug in the middle with you. God damn it. Gotta stop singing. So anyway, getting back to this, if we just focus basically on the details that are being leaked, and again, take them with a grain of salt of whether or not like any of this is true, whether or not we should expect to ever get to the bottom of this type of stuff, like that I'm very unsure of. I'm willing to basically take Wesley's word at face, but also just kind of understand that he's tied into a lot of these circles. So who knows how much bad blood boils over? Who knows like how much of this becomes accusatory? But when we start to comb through his actual messaging, and particularly the stuff that he put out yesterday, that I think you guys started to cover a little bit, but
There's a lot going on in real time.
We kind of just ran
Yeah.
through it.
yeah, I think that's pretty fair.
A speed run.
Speed running anything at this point is pretty reasonable. One of the main details that kind of came to light was this character Shane, and to be fair, it's tough to follow like Wesley's full train of thought. I'm trying to pull up his Twitter now. Give me 1 second.
Let him cook.
Let me cook. Let me cook.
Let him
here.
cook
Yeah.
now.
What is he? Crypto apprentice?
Yeah.
Crypto, something. Yeah.
It's Crypto Apprenti.
Brian, what
Mhm.
day are you firing for the 1K?
For the 1K, Saturday. I think I'm going to go on Saturday, and then hopefully just one bullet, but we'll see. Maybe if we don't make it through, maybe fire again on Sunday.
I'm thinking 800,000 for first.
800,000? And
Last year was 750.
prize pool of about 7 million, 7 million.
I mean, it's usually what, like 12 to 15% for first?
Yeah, I mean, with that many people, probably going to be like, 12, yeah, something like that, 12% maybe.
All right, well, let's ship it.
Okay. So just like
Good
looking,
side note, guys.
let's ship it. No, it's
Oh,
great.
you know, we got to
Great filler.
fill time.
You guys did a great job. All right, so like looking at his pin tweet, this is a pretty good example of like the new information that's been released. He's basically insinuating that there's an entire cheating syndicate, and I actually think that this story might have some legs to it. Reason being is one of the actors involved. So first is this French person. I guess his name is Arnaud Matarin. He's accusing him of being a part of this syndicate. I guess am I understanding correctly that he was one of the dealers?
Somebody said that he was a dealer at, or Wesley said he was a dealer at the Wynn.
Wesley said he's dealing baccarat at the Wynn now.
But he was, yes, he was the what do you call it, mechanic in the box, they said.
Okay, so it seems as though he's being accused of being the mechanic. Then there was Mars the player, this other person, Darcia Henderson, who I'm kind of unsure who he was saying that was. And then the third person, or maybe that's who he was saying was Darcia, is the white guy that has the circle around him.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the piece that makes me think that it gets a little credit. I don't know anything about Arnaud or whatever his name is. But the guy that he has the circle around, the story that I was telling you guys about Chad Power's game being cheated was him. He was in the game and his name was Colin. Jeremiah tweeted out about this yesterday as well. You know, basically like looked at the picture and said like, oh, I was cheated by Colin as well. Which is interesting because I need to talk to Jeremiah about the timeline, but I'm pretty sure Jeremiah played that game after me. And the sole reason that I was brought to even, or the sole reason that I even got invited to Chad's home game was because they had suspected this Colin person of cheating, and they wanted me to come in and kind of like do a sweep on their security measures and things of that situation, or things of that nature, and then just keep an eye open in the game. I played with Colin once. It was my first night there, and I left thinking I was cheated.
Well, that's not a good
I
sign for
remember
him.
that.
I got set over set twice. I lost a huge hand to him. here's the other thing. They didn't tell me who that they suspected, right? So I played at his table. It was a small game. It was like 25-50.
Yeah, real small for you.
But I lost like a massive pot to him, like a huge pot in a spot where he like called it all off with a gutty or something like that.
Can I ask? Yeah. So they come to you and say, "Hey, we think this game is possibly cheated. You want a seat?" And you're like, "Yeah." I don't get it.
No. That wasn't how it was presented.
Okay, no, right, because that's how I'm seeing it.
Shout out to Hank, R.I.P. But Hank basically came to me and said, like, look, we had suspicion that this guy who was allegedly like a gangster from the East Coast was cheating the game.
Mm-hmm.
We kicked him out and banned him because he won too much. He won like $500,000.
Mm-hmm.
We kicked him out and banned him. And we just want somebody to come in that has experience with this kind of stuff, like methods of cheating, right?
Gotcha, yeah.
And it was shortly after the Apostle stuff. So like, you know, we understand that you did your research and you're aware of like the different ways. I go, yeah, there's, you know, obviously you guys aren't using RFID, so that's less of a hassle. But you know, you want to check for like marked cards. You want to check for the infrared decks. And you know, the easiest ways, like if you have shuffle machines, we need to look at those and stuff like that. So we went through. Gotcha. I gave them a bunch of protocols to run through. They implemented some. They didn't implement others. But the point is that Colin was the one that was supposedly the cheater that had been kicked out, and they didn't tell me who the person was. So I played with him the first night there. He was crazy action, beats me in a massive pot, very quickly racks up and has to leave. Never plays again. So I played the game from that point on for like a month and a half or 2 months. And I did fairly well. I ended up winning somewhere north of $250,000, I think. But I mostly played in games where I knew 100% of the people in there, with the exception being like maybe one or two whales. But they were brought in by people that I relatively trusted. Like, you know, like maybe I don't want to name names. But anyway, like it was a lot of like pros that I don't mind playing cards with. And I was of the impression, or at least I kind of understood, that the vast majority of them were being backed by the house. So I thought that at worst I was fighting collusion amongst them, and I thought that they were so bad that I didn't care.
Right, share your cards. I'll still win.
Like whatever, I don't give a shit kind of thing. And you know, it was sloppy by me for sure, but it was like literally before the casinos had reopened post COVID. There was just no action to be found, and I made a lazy mistake that worked out fortunately for me. So the point is, I played with this guy. I remember losing a massive pot to like a gut shot. He quickly leaves after, and I'm annoyed. Like I'm asking everybody, like, is this guy coming back? Like, you know, he's so great for the game, yada, yada, yada. Now, I don't know if they actively pulled him based off of like the suspicions that were communicated to me prior, or if like somehow they were all working together, because this is where I'm now starting to draw parallels. And I don't know to what degree Chad was involved or how much he knew of this guy prior, but my guys in Pittsburgh, I'm not gonna name their names because I don't know how sensitive of a topic this is, but my guys in Pittsburgh hit me up and they're like, yo, that's Sugar Shane. And I'm like, who the fuck is Sugar Shane? So this guy's real name is Shane.
Sugar Shane Mosley?
I was like, who's Sugar Shane? Like,
probably not him.
I don't know who Sugar Shane is, but like, you know, I know Colin, and this guy's name is Colin. They're like, no, that's Sugar Shane. He got outed for being a part of like a big cheating thing in underground games in Pittsburgh. I'm like, bro, I'm all ears. Like, tell me about it. So I'm just like kind of reading off through this DM or whatever. Apparently, this is wild, by the way. So apparently, he got to a situation where one of the action guys back home was playing him heads up, and the action guy felt like something was off. So, I guess, you know, like, whatever. I don't know how the details came about that they started playing heads up, but I guess, without going into a ton of details, he effectively said, like, I'm taking this deck home with me because I want to look at it. And I don't know if he found something or not, but the next time that they played, he demanded that they go to the gas station and buy new decks of cards. Now, allegedly, what they're saying, or what's being communicated to me, is that Shane, aka Colin, had previously gone to the gas station, bought up the decks, marked them, and then returned them.
How can you do that?
So smart.
Wow.
Honestly, it's like super smart.
That's ridiculous. That's a whole nother level of
Yeah. And I don't know how true it is, right?
Right, like
it's secondhand
they come
story.
in like packages. You'd have to get them repackaged and.
Yeah, I don't even know how feasible any of this actually is, right? So maybe this is exaggerated. Maybe it never happened.
They don't do all that shit. Like if it looks fine, they're just gonna put it right back on the shelf, man. It's a gas station,
Right?
Yeah,
Like your local 7-Eleven or Sheetz.
Yeah.
You know, who knows? But the point is like they went to this gas station supposedly, bought up all the decks, and he still continued to cheat them. So I guess the end result came to be like a huge confrontation. You know, he wasn't welcome in the Pittsburgh games any longer, and he made his way across the country. But Chad's from Pittsburgh. So I don't know to what degree we can correlate these two, right? They may have just met in those games. They may have met in Maryland when Chad lived there, or they may have been working together. Who fucking knows? Point is this guy has a laundry list of being recognized as a cheat. So I think this gives a lot of credence to the things that Wesley's accusing Mars of. Now, Mars clapped back yesterday and basically said, Wesley's a cheater. So he didn't deny cheating himself, right? So a few things are worth noting. That deck of cards that Wesley was demonstrating on video that was marked, I kind of speculated and said, like, well, you know, how do we know that this came from the game type of thing?
Right, versus just random deck. Like, this is how the cheating things work.
And just buying it and just showing what it's capable of.
Right, yeah, correct. And I guess, like, Mars corroborated his story and said they did find a marked deck in the Your Belinda game. So it seems as though that has been corroborated even by Mars. Yeah. Mars is kind of shirking the responsibility and saying, like, Zio is the one who was in charge of the dealers and the decks at Your Belinda. So he's kind of, like, skirting responsibility there, which, you know, I don't think anybody, like, Wesley basically said there's no way that Zio was involved. And they're going by P&L of like who won in the cheated game, Mars and the others.
That's not going to be a good way to figure it out.
It's not great.
Yeah, no.
Honestly, it's not great.
He won, he cheated.
Like,
They lost, there's no way they cheated.
I saw the P&L, like Zio basically broke even. He lost like a couple $100.
But as we were saying yesterday, remember, like they just bring the cheats full circle.
Yeah.
So like, you know, if you just dump to Mars, whatever, Mars is the good guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh shit, we all lost to Mars.
Yeah. Like yeah. There are certainly ways around it. I mean, it's not the worst way to figure it out, I guess, but it's not as reliable as it's being implied.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely not great.
So anyway, moving forward, Mars then basically says like, look, yes, there was a marked deck in that game. Yes, people were clearly cheated in that game. We don't know who that person was. But, you know, apologies to everybody who was involved. We'll do better moving forward. And, oh, by the way, Wesley's a cheat. So he didn't deny that cheating occurred. He basically just denied his responsibility for it, I guess, to some degree. Like, he seems to have taken ownership of being the game runner who allowed a cheated game, but he won't take ownership of being the one who actively cheated. Where Wesley's saying, like, look, I have a year of receipts. You and the other people that I'm accusing, including Colin, a.k.a. Shane, a.k.a. Sugar Shane, are up 3 million in these games that are 50-100 collectively.
A lot.
And that's a lot, right?
It's hard to win that much.
Yeah, it's a pretty big hourly, especially when you're, you know, wailing around.
30,000 big blinds.
Man, but like it's not 30,000 big blinds, right? Because the straddles are on.
Nah,
People are buying deeper, right?
Is the win rate possible?
Way.
Absolutely. Is the win rate possible from a dealer, Mars, and Sugar Shane? Probably fucking not, right? So like, yeah, there's reason to raise suspicion. But Mars claps back, and you know, this kind of got swept under the rug a little bit, but it's probably worth delving into. The tweet has since been deleted, so we don't have the original text messages any longer, but this is, we use Google Translate. Shout out to Melissa, who could not be with us. She passed away.
She passed away.
She ran those tweets through Google Translate, and this is what they ended up translating into. It was Wesley saying, I spent $1 million to build a server. I don't use Wizard. They're specialized. These are specialized. I'll show you next time. I never thought about opening it. There's a lot of offline cheating too. Just this thing now, GTO Wizard puts the interface open. You can all use this API. Just make a plugin yourself and use it. But I have a special one. So I think it's a little bit convoluted, obviously, because the translation isn't one-to-one. But I think what he's saying is, like, you could use GTO Wizard to cheat. All you need is an API, which I don't think is actually true. I'm pretty sure that...
What is an API?
It's... I actually don't know what it stands for, but effectively it's like a plugin. And I'm pretty sure that Wizard is because it's web based. That's actually not true, but I could be wrong. But anyway, he basically went on and said that he created a dream machine. I have a special one. I didn't think about hitting him at the time. I opened it because it needs to be ported to GG. So essentially, he was basically saying that he's created this dream machine RTA that he's planning on using on GG. And he said, effectively, Heads Up No Limit has been cracked. So the next thing I'm going to do is bot. Sorry, that's the person. And then he's basically saying, like, as you scroll through, that he's going to become like the greatest Heads Up player in the world utilizing this RTA. Now, I don't know how true this is, and I don't know why the tweet was deleted. I would imagine either Mars deleted it because it wasn't real, or there was
they
some
both decided to
pressure?
squash it.
No, because Wesley's still tweeting.
Yeah.
Like as of, I don't know, an hour ago, maybe less. An hour ago. He said, I don't know if Aaron Zhang and Sia got involved into the Mars cheating ring, but Sia, Mars dated for 5 years. Allegedly, they broke up very recently. And they're up 308,000. Aaron Zhang's up 286,000 in this rigged game. Also, Aaron claimed that he was broke after he won 286,000, started to work in the game as an accountant. Man, I don't know. Those are pretty big allegations. Like, Aaron Zhang's definitely, well, I shouldn't say anything's definite. But Aaron Zhang, for those of you guys who don't remember, he won the $1 million Triton event in 2015, I think. Maybe it was 2017. I can't recall, but it was for a lot. He was invited as a businessman. Big crypto guy. And when I first met Wesley, that was how Wesley introduced himself. He goes, "Oh, my friend Aaron." And I go, "Aaron who?" He's like, "Aaron Zhang. You've played with him a bunch." So I used to play with him a lot in Ivy's room. Stand-up guy from everything I can tell. Now Wesley's basically throwing Aaron under the bus, in spite of the fact that Aaron, a few days prior, came out and said, I don't like Wesley, and I think he's deleted this tweet since. But he said something along the lines of, I don't like Wesley, but I can confirm that the game was cheated, or whatever. So yeah, I didn't see those tweets that you just put up now, but I see them now. So yeah, I don't know. Wesley's like on a campaign to basically drag everybody, and I'm kind of here for it because I don't know how truthful the things he's saying are, but I do know that there's a lot of cheating that takes place, and I do know that it makes sense for it to be coordinated. So the way that these home games work is it's all a trust-based system. And like, again, I don't know or think that Aaron is involved in any capacity, but Aaron has a lot of standing and clout within this community. So basically, if he were hypothetically a part of a cheating syndicate, he would have easy access because we would all very clearly welcome him in a trusted manner. Mm-hmm. And if he then said, I have a couple whales to bring, and those whales happen to be, the ones cheating, and then ultimately dumping to Aaron, nobody's going to question if Aaron's a winner or not because the games are soft and they're whales, right? But like if his whales are winning all the money off everybody else and then effectively dumping it to Aaron, or in this instance that Wesley's talking about, like that seems to be what was happening with Mars, or Brown Ball actually brought that one up. Mm-hmm. Him and Blank Jack Ben yesterday. If that's the nature of the beast, where you bring in a winning player who curries favor by bringing in whales. This is the common exchange. This is how good players get into games. They say, I bring you fish, you feed me.
You let me play.
And the game runner says, sure. Right? Mm-hmm. Apparently it's a different Aaron Zhang. That makes sense. It's Aaron Zhang with an H, not Aaron Zhang, Z-A-N-G. Mm. All right, this is very confusing. And that makes a little bit more sense because the other Aaron Zhang, the one that I know pretty well, that I don't think would be a part of cheating in any capacity, I thought he vouched for Wesley in spite of saying like he didn't like him. Anyway,
I don't like him, but I vouch for him.
the point being, well, I mean, that's actually a very strong vouch in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like if Airball Nick vouched for you. It's like I don't like the guy, but you're not gonna stiff anyone.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. I think that goes a long way.
Even though you're his second best friend.
Well, for sure. That's abundantly clear.
S tier.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, apparently I am confusing the two. They're two very, very, very separate Aaron Zhangs. I'm looking at the one that I know, the crypto Aaron Zhang. And his profile is different. Okay. So Zhang with an H, who now I don't know him from Adam. He could be involved. He could not be involved. Who fucking knows at this point, I guess. And I don't know if he's an important person in the community. It looks like interesting. His pinned tweet, or I guess his last tweet, is a photo of him, Mars, and Wesley. And it says, play like a team, bust like a team, one by one. Last three hands go for day 3. We all bust. And it's just all 3 of them holding their World Series bust outs. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, the shit runs deep around here. And what does seem apparent to me is that it's feasible. And it also makes a ton of sense for it to be coordinated, right? Because in the majority of these scenarios, when it comes to cheating a home game, it's either got to be collusion or deck needs to get in. And that involves multiple people. In every instance, it's incredibly rare that a single actor can come in and do damage in a game for a large number. And that's why, we look back on the Chad Power game and it's almost impossible to think that Colin acted alone.
Right.
Because, like, what could he have done? These decks are so very clearly marked with some sort of... honestly, they look prepackaged. Like, if you watch the video that Wesley goes
to the gas station.
Mm-hmm.
No. I mean, like, not they don't look like they were handcrafted. They look like something that was manufactured this way, right? Which is why I said, like, oh, it's interesting to me that, like, they're actually, kind of reputable cards. They look like chem decks. That surprised me because it makes a lot of sense if you're doing it aftermarket. It doesn't make a ton of sense if, like, people were somehow getting chem decks produced this way.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's worth following because, again, like, look, I've been in poker a very long time, and what I have come to understand is A, there's no honor amongst thieves, but B, LA is just a fucking cesspool compared to every other market that I've ever been a part of. Is there cheating on the East Coast? Absolutely. Is there cheating taking place in Las Vegas? 100%. But is it to the scale and the nature that it occurs in LA? Not even fucking close. Like, I've just never seen anything.
Is that because there's just generally a lot more money in LA, especially the poker scene? So there's more money there. There's more money to get. So that's what gravitates the cheaters?
I think it's a few things. I think it's partly that LA is a melting pot by comparison to, like, Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Not that we don't have a large collection of different ethnicities and things like that, but, for better or for worse, when you sit into a game in Vegas, the vast majority of the players are American. That's not really true in LA.
LA's such a huge place too.
Yeah, it's massive. The concentration of people there is so much, and you have these you have a lot of different cultures overlapping, right? Like, it's literally like rounders, right? You can go to the Chinese game, you can go to the Israeli game, you can go to...
They kicked me out of the short deck there. I was just trying to learn, man.
You can go to, like, all of these different games that are kind of segregated by culture. And the issue is not all cultures align with the way that they view, let's call the ethics of the game. Like, a lot of the Asian gamblers, it's in their culture to incorporate just getting the best of others, even if it's by not like unsavory means. It's just kind of understood. They slow roll. They do a lot of things that, like, we think are kind of, like, ethically poor, but it's kind of ingrained in the way that they learn to gamble.
Also,
Again, no honor amongst thieves.
Like the LA scene,
or there's honor amongst thieves, I guess.
Like the LA scene too. They're also kind of public, where I'm sure there's a lot of stuff in Vegas that like very sneak, but the people that are involved like don't have a public platform. So like the things that we are aware of and know are more public than not.
I mean, I think that would be true if you're saying that like Wesley was the one cheating here, but the vast majority of the people being accused are no names.
Well, Mars plays on Hustler.
He has played on Hustler
More than
like,
once.
Sure, but like he's not a star of Hustler by any stretch or super well known. I mean,
He is now.
Look, the games that were cheated here in Vegas, Chad Powers is at the top of the list of people being accused. He's well known. He made deep main event run. Famous NBA stars are kind of caught up in that trap. Like it's not like they're unknowns. It's just rare because we have a bussing live scene in a casino that is safe.
Well, that's the difference, right? Is like casino versus not casino.
I think so. I think that's a big part of it. It's also a big part of like where's the money coming from, right? Like the better the game, the dirtier the money, and the dirtier the money, the less likely you want to be involved in public casinos.
There was a clip of Joan Rivers telling Annie Duke that like poker players are trash. Like I know you people.
She might not be that wrong.
Such a good clip. I saw it yesterday. Someone added me, and I was like, "Wow, how have I not seen this before?"
Bro,
R.I.P.
This Brett Mason media, man. I got to tell you, of all the trolls in our chat, he's got to be the goddamn worst. He goes, Mars played on the show over 15 times. LOL, unknown. They've run 400 shows. Shut the fuck up. What? That'd be like saying, I don't even know what the comparison is. Just shut up, man. You're here every day.
Will you shut up, man?
Just every day. It's incredible how wrong you are about the things that you're so fucking confident
he
over.
finally succeeded.
got you, man.
He succeeded in getting you to say his name. So
I troll him all the time in the comments too.
Yeah.
And like I think he knows he's being trolled. It's almost become like a fun game because I'll troll him and he won't reply. And it's like, okay, well, this is the game we're going to play. You're going to come in, you're going to talk shit. I'm going to troll you back for everyone to see. And then we're all going to move on. But like, yeah, man, like you're not very smart. Like you're just not. I know you think that you're a genius. And by saying that, like, I think I'm a genius, it makes you feel good about it. But like, bro, grow up, man.
Stop.
Just stop.
Grow up.
Just get a life.
All that stuff of not reading the chat.
this is why
It
he says
worked.
don't do it.
It worked.
Fucking got you.
Well, I was ending my little bit here about cheating anyway. But yeah, anyway, the final takeaway from all of this basically is that I do think that there's a lot to unpack with Wesley's story. I don't know how much of it's true. I don't know how much, if any, he's involved. We saw Airball go completely silent. I don't think that that's an accident. It does seem like Wesley's fighting a bit of an uphill battle here in kind of taking people on. So I don't really know what the end game is when this all shakes out, but I do know that basically this Shane or Colin, or I don't know if he's supposed to be the Darcia Henderson person in this picture, whatever, he is for sure somebody that should be put on blast as a potential mechanic or cheat or sorry, bro's in here bragging about being a Mensa member. Imagine. Keep an eye out for sure. Shane is basically what the big takeaway here is. I'm interested to see how this all shakes out. I'd like to know from a bigger picture, like who all is involved, like how much of this unravels. And in the meantime, we there's one more asset, Guap. I don't know if you loaded it or not, but it was the poker.org tweet, the poker.org tweet that I threw into the assets. So in the meantime, we have one more crook off the streets.
68.
Now this is very unfortunate for Jordan. He's not going to be able to defend his EPT title this year. However, I will say it's possibly good news for the poker community at large, because when he inevitably gets out of jail.
Can you read that tweet real quick for the audio listeners?
Yeah, sure. So 2022 EPT Prague main event winner Jordan Sakuchi was arrested and charged with 68 crimes connected to a Toronto area residential break-in spree. Wow. Haley Hintz goes into detail here. Now, big L for Jordan, big win for the poker community at large.
Absolutely.
We got a crook off the street. He will eventually get out though, and you know where we'll see him?
Where are we gonna see him?
Also, casino. Great news, ladies and gentlemen. You will see a new member of Max Payne Monday, Jordan Sakuchi. He's out here in the streets.
He's definitely bringing some pain, all right.
Taking from Peter and giving to Paul. You know?
Man.
Just for real though, like how many fucking crooks have we seen? Like
Joan Rivers is right,
bro,
man.
the first show ever of Only Friends was going over the Gaul stuff.
Yeah.
That is lost in history.
It's
yeah,
so
I
far
forgot about
gone
Mickey,
at this
yeah.
point. Like just so far gone. So much worse shit has happened since then. It's just like pretty funny. And I will say that like it's hilarious because it's not really their job to I guess like do their due diligence and figure out where people are getting their money from.
Yeah,
And shit
high
like
stakes, like get on the stream.
the better the game, the dirtier the money.
I heard
Like,
Bernie Madoff was a huge player in the New York scene of poker.
I believe it, man. When you spend it like you didn't earn it, it goes quick.
Yeah.
It goes real quick. All right, that's going to wrap up this cheating segment. We'll keep you guys abreast to what's going on moving forward. Shout out to my man Beans, free Beans.
Free beans,
Yeah.
wherever you at.
Happy birthday,
to
Beans
his son.
kid. Yeah.
Happy birthday to Theo.
Happy birthday, Theo. We're looking out for you, buddy. All right, we're going to wrap today's show with a little bit fun Weekend Warrior. I know we missed last week because we're trying to figure out what we're going to do with the bit now that we're no longer doing hires and lowers. But for this week, it's easy because tomorrow is the series finale of Game of Gold. And they have a 6-handed sit and go to play out. So the 5 of us are going to play Blind Man's Bluff. We're going to play a tournament here.
Indian poker, if you will.
Yeah,
Indian
if you will,
poker.
if you're insensitive.
What do you mean?
It's not a good name.
Indian as in like the country of India.
That is not
That's
at
what
all.
we're going with.
Wait.
Okay, but that is not at all why it's called Indian
How do you know
poker.
that?
Well, I don't know.
Exactly.
I just know that when Jungle said, I've been to India, everybody replied with, oh, how adorable. He thinks that's why it's called Indian poker.
You can call it on Game of Gold.
Yeah, well, they're idiots.
You can have Brian be like Young Thug's lawyer.
That guy was...
Thoroughly
So let's-
humble under God.
So let's just all be insensitive to the blind out there.
Yeah.
Fine.
Well, what are you going to do?
Pick your poison.
So anyway, we're going to play a tournament of Blind Man's Bluff. Don't mind, basically how unfair this all is. We drew straws at the beginning. So it's going to work out where Landon and Tortoise are going to play an opening round match.
You're
the winner will advance straight to the finals because Melissa didn't bother to show up today.
She passed away. And why is the screen black?
Because
You can't see.
I was only gonna look at you.
Oh, well.
Oh, well, I don't trust your ass.
Okay. So let's start this off.
Goddamn. Might as well be fucking.
Those are 1K chips.
No.
Okay, those are
anybody out.
1K chips. You guys have 20 of them. The blinds are going to start at 1K, 2K.
Who's button?
Who's the button, Guapo? Have we decided?
The Tortois.
Tortois is the button.
What kind of edge seeking is this?
Bro, don't just go with it. All right. Blind Man's Bluff begins now.
Oh, I have to go first.
That's right.
Oh, that's right.
All right, yo viral.
Raises to 40.
This is kind of great because I can't see.
4,000.
4,000. 40% of his chips are in play.
Wait,
Wait, I can show.
Wow, Landon got fucked.
Get his ass,
Let's
Brian.
go. Button now on Landon.
Wait, you have to put the 2 out.
Okay, here we go. Same rules apply as Game of Gold, obviously, where you get half of the other person's chips if you get them to fold an ace.
I'm very excited. What do we got? What's the action here? We have a man all in. And a call. Got his ass! Oh, 6-5. Lamanna moves on to the finals and I'm going to the DJ booth. Landon, please.
Go back to your fucking Sims.
Landon, please exit your seat.
Exit my seat.
Also,
I have to exit my seat as well, I
it is
believe.
true. It is true.
Oh, we're moving.
You guys are moving. Huh? I'm going to the DJ booth. Yeah, I gotta go to the DJ booth. And the next match is Berkey versus Carlos. Carlos.
Very excited for this.
Carlos is coming. Carlos is
We'll
coming.
go work your ones and twos, man.
Well,
Someone's
I
got.
don't
I don't
get
even
it
know
yet.
what shot are we on right now?
Oh my God.
I just want you guys all to know that I was totally against doing this bit because I think it's wonky, but now I'm so for it.
Hold on, let me learn the buttons here.
Your nipples look incredible.
So for the next 4.5 minutes, I want you to refer to me as Carlos Corral, please.
Okay, you got it.
Also, I want to tell you that your aura looks amazing
That's
right now.
that's adorable. You think this is gonna last 4.5 minutes?
Oh, that's right. Brian, could you get me my...
Your deck? I'm sorry. What?
No, it's fine.
Also, who's the button?
Um,
Since you're manufacturing this
I'm
little
gonna
charade.
I'm gonna go with me. I have the button.
Okay, just you
Now,
know, whatever
real quick
suits
before
you.
we get started, do you want me to actually physically hold the card to my head, or would you like me to telepathically show it to you?
Please hold it to your head. And why is he bringing you another deck?
It's fine. We can use this.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Let's battle.
Okay. You're the button, sir.
Oh,
Can
I
we
go
get-
first. Is that correct?
Can we
That
get
is-
some
that
razor
is
mounts over
correct.
here?
He hasn't done anything yet. All right. Trying to get a read here. Let me
You have
get
to
a
look
read.
at my aura, Matt.
Let me get a read. All right, I'm gonna call. Fuck.
Hand number 1
Goes the
for
Guapo.
Carlos Corral.
He raised to 5, I think. He raised to 6. All right. Ready? Oh, whoa, that was an interesting peel there, Guapo. That was a very interesting peel you had there. Sorry, Carlos.
Carlos Corral. Thank you.
That's correct. Okay. I am going to... Oh.
I'm all in. The ace still plays. Is that right, boys?
That is correct. I fold.
Wait, what did you do? Did you call or fold?
I fold.
Um,
I'm smart. Nobody knew about the limping strategy. Hello, Carlos. How are you doing?
I don't know, are we?
How much? I fold. God, I'm running bad and I'm playing amazing. Ah! Okay.
Shall we?
By the way, before we had the show, Berkey said he was going to be all in every hand.
Well, now there's
Now he just folds every hand.
Now there's strat. All right, I have 11 left. I'm going to limp. I'm Hellmuthing it.
Eat a dick. I'm all in.
Call. No! God damn it! I ran bad, man. I never had a card above a 5.
All right. So who's left in the bracket?
Landon, feel my pain.
Somebody could take a look at the bracket, please.
Let's go,
Well, now
Carlos Corral.
Lamanna goes right to the finals. It's you versus Conrad.
It's me versus Connie.
Yeah,
Oh, wait, that's both DJs.
that's okay. I'll control it.
Oh, all right.
Oh, you didn't think this one through, did you, Guap?
I wasn't expecting to win.
Tortoise wants his way to the finals. All right, we're out here.
Just continue with this one.
I can't believe how bad I ran there. Jesus Christ.
Is he complaining still?
Yeah, I never had a card above a 5.
Well, good luck,
It's
Carlos
already
Corral.
rigged against me
Put
for
your one out
fucking
there.
nipple boy
Okay,
here.
yes.
Ready?
Who's the
Who's
button?
it on?
Who's the button?
The button is Connie.
Okay.
I'm all in.
Well, fuck you. Oh my god!
Oh shit!
Wait, so
Conrad
what-
folds.
Okay. So, I get half his
You
chips.
get
Thank
half
you.
my chips.
Thank you, sir.
What were you showing there, Guapo?
An ace.
Ace versus ace.
Oh,
Yeah, I went for
you limped when he showed an ace?
Yes,
Are you dumb?
sometimes.
You should just shove. What were you planning on doing? Limp calling?
Well, I was hoping he would just make it 4, 5, 6, something like that. 6, 7.
Oh, maybe open jam next time.
Eh,
Okay.
We're just gonna complete.
I check.
Oh no.
Oh!
So smart.
I mean, the man has a queen showing. What do you want me to do?
No, that was good. All right, Connie.
All in.
Hold.
Nice lay down, Carlos.
Carlos Carrao.
I will call.
All in.
I will fold.
Limping's an interesting twist. You got to limp trap sometimes.
Call.
All right, I'll showdown. Oh.
Well, Conrad's a fish, but
I just thought about that. It's on you first, sir.
Call.
I'm all in.
I fold.
I call.
All right, I check back.
Would you guys get the money in already? Jesus Christ.
It's coming
Landon and I's
from
match
you.
lasted 3 hands.
I told you Conrad was a fake action pro.
It's on you.
Guy's
I'm
a
all
fucking
in.
cockroach.
I call.
Shot.
I knew I had the 7 of hearts. You see, guys? You see that intuition that I have, right?
Honestly, Conrad, what would be great for the cash game tonight is you look at one card and you put the other
it up.
card on your forehead for all to see.
I'm all in.
Fold.
How many chips do you have left?
He's gonna get him 2 at a
Listen, I
time.
play tournaments for a living,
When do the
man.
blinds go up?
Yeah, we'll make the blinds double here after this hand.
It's on you.
I'm all in.
I fold.
It's on fumes, boys.
Blinds doubled?
Yeah.
Blinds are doubled, yeah.
All right, I'm all in.
I call.
Fuck.
Let's go. Let's go.
GG. Carlos versus Lamanna.
Right.
You're still in there.
What did you think was going to happen, sir?
We didn't see the other deck.
Well, here we are.
We can just shuffle these out real quick. All right, this is great.
We only lost
and-
200 viewers so far. We've only lost 200 viewers so far.
But we still have 664
Wait.
hanging with us.
No, we got
This is,
we got
this
a
is
big crowd
amazing
hanging.
content.
We
I'm
got,
with you guys.
we got a
This
squad
is
hanging with us
I know,
still.
that's true.
If you are just listening, we are sorry.
I need the music in my...
Who's first?
I am.
Yeah.
Grace.
I'm all in.
Oh.
Wow! Game over. I win. The tortoise wins.
Congrats,
That's how you
Tortuga.
do it! Come
Congratulations.
on, people! One hand? Man, you guys are so bad at this game. I wish I was on Game of Gold. I would be in the finals right now.
Thank you, Charlie Corral, for showing up for our game of Indian poker.
Absolutely.
Carlos,
I
Carlos.
destroyed you guys.
I feel scammed. He jammed I feel scammed.
Go on.
I mean, he had a 6. Of course I have a call.
Do
Yeah.
I? Do you?
Yeah.
You had a 6.
Yeah. He calls. Yeah. What's wrong with my jam?
I don't know. Nothing.
Okay. He's saying he's upset with my jam. It wasn't right. It wasn't. This wasn't GTO.
Why is his jam bad? He didn't know he had a 6.
Right.
You had worse than a 6, correct?
Yeah, he did. He did have worse than a 6. He had a 5.
Okay.
So, yeah.
It sounds
So
pretty
that
good to me.
means-
I'm gonna go ahead and take Fedor.
That was actually fun though for us, I will say, even though I stink.
He wants a rematch.
Can't
Game's
believe I
over,
lived.
buddy.
We both have a.
It's
I'm
o-
getting scammed by the turtle.
It's over for you. The
Can I have
tortoise,
the monitor back?
the tortoise scammed us all,
Give me
man.
the monitor back, he
The
says.
tortoise has scammed us all.
Mm-hmm. I that was so easy.
Wait, so you have
Berkey-
you have Fedor. Now it's
Berkey's
Carlos'
smiling
turn.
on his phone. There's just so much stuff
I'm
going on.
talking to my boys back in Pittsburgh.
He's got the boys.
They're
in
all thanking
Pittsburgh
you
out.
for not using their real names.
Yeah, I
There he
figured
is.
that.
Okay, Carlos, pick.
Oh.
I'm gonna go with the Frenchman. Yo, viral.
Yo, he's got a lot
So-
of chips.
I was originally. I'm slotted now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was
Wait,
originally gonna go.
he gets to go now?
Yeah, I was at the buy.
Yeah, Landon's last.
Beat it.
Yeah.
I'm not last. Melissa's last.
I was gonna go with kinda,
Melissa is last.
but now that I know Maria is on fire, she has fuck you
is.
money. She was fucking in
Oh,
the.
thank God.
What?
The music.
No, go on.
I'm taking Maria.
Thank God.
Let's get it popping, Maria.
I can't believe he fell to me all the way at number 4. I get
Aria?
Josh.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Let's fucking go, dude.
Wait,
Maria
why?
wins
Let's
this.
fucking go, dude.
Why do you get to pick before me?
Because that's
you-
the way it works.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
played
that's
the
way it
first
works.
match,
played
you
the
get
first
last.
match, so you got last.
Sorry, buddy.
Which you don't get last.
You could have
Melissa
gotten
gets
first
last.
or last. That was basically
Yeah.
it.
I'm going
So-
Maria just because of a read.
So my choices are,
You have Kina or whoever else is left.
which is
I don't know.
Kina or David.
Oh yeah, kind of
Oh, yeah,
DW.
DW. Wow, he made the
no,
finals.
no,
he
no,
didn't make
he's
the
not.
finals.
It's just
He's out.
kinda. It's just kinda. There's
No, it
6
can't
of
be
us,
Kina.
guys.
There's 6.
Yeah,
Yeah, Melissa didn't pick yet, bud.
Oh,
Oh, it's Jungle Man.
I get jungle. He gets jungle. Based Artists Unite.
He gets jungle.
Let's
Incredible.
go. I got
And
jungle, baby.
Melissa has kind of.
Give me my picture. Give me my graphic.
we definitely
you're
thought
gonna
about
get-
this
you get
wrong.
kinda-
This is the one time where the poker matters, and we're all still playing the game of gold game,
Yeah,
where it's like,
right.
no, I want the personality or
Yeah.
whatever. It's like fucking
Yep.
Jungle Man goes 5th.
Turtle, this worked out great.
Maria's running good right now, so I think
Bro,
it all,
that's the highest
Why do I
thing.
have kind of have jungle?
No. You get Kina.
No, I don't.
I don't have a jungle asset. So you get Kina.
No, that's jungle.
Kind
bro.
of might win.
Yeah, Melissa has kinda.
That's true. Melissa
Yeah,
does.
Melissa
have
does
Kina.
have
She
Kina.
passed away. She has to go last. You don't get rewarded. You don't get rewarded for shirking responsibility.
I mean,
I can't believe that nobody took Jungle, myself included.
I mean, who the
We're
fuck
so dumb.
wants Jungle?
yeah, good for you. You got Josh.
Who wants to root for Jungle?
Yeah, that's the thing is I want
do.
to
don't
root
wanna
for Josh.
Jungle. I want to root for Maria.
That is true. And you know what? I have a strong read that Jungle didn't win this thing.
What does that even mean?
I don't know, man. I've
Yeah.
just seen him palling around. Like I just have call it insight, call it a strong intuition. I just don't think that he won Game of Gold.
Give me jungle.
Yeah, you can have him. You
got
got
him.
him.
You can have him. You're
got him.
dead.
Jungle.
So what do we got to do to get the WSOP to make Indian poker, blind man's bluff poker, if you will, an official bracelet event?
Will not be a
Wow.
thing.
That'd be pretty sick, huh? Like a 5K
No, it's
heads
just
would
up.
way too
obviously
easy to
win.
cheat. It's way too easy to cheat.
How?
I would
How?
obviously win.
How? Fucking Guapo looked at his third card and then put it on his forehead. I saw you peel that
First
9
off,
back at you.
That
No,
was
no, no.
Carlos Carrera.
That's
No.
why I limped. That's exactly why I limped. I saw him peel the 9 back. I was like, this motherfucker ain't getting me.
It's
It's dealer enforced.
no, it's not. It's,
dealer enforced. They're great.
guys, you just get to peel your opponent's card, and he gets to peel your card.
Oh, that would be the way to do it. You're right.
Wow.
Look at this
Fucking
naysayer.
naysayer.
Never mind. I don't. No, okay, yeah, that works.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
trying
that
to poke
works.
holes in why it wouldn't work,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
that works. Okay.
Lamanna was on top of shit.
Look, hear me out. 5K, heads up, 64 entry, 1 day Indian poker.
Way more likely
championship.
I would play that than an actual heads-up tournament.
Yeah, because
Way
this one's
more
fun
likely.
and quicker.
Yes, much faster.
I will
much
play
more
both
fun.
of them.
I'm
And
in.
you have a better chance to win.
I'm fucking it. Not better, but
Your first
the
bracelet will
same.
be a not poker variant.
That would be incredible.
A mixed game, if you will.
Yeah, it would be like Jeff Madsen winning the stud back in the day for his first bracelet. Then he gets pushed down the mixed game path for the rest of his
Let's
life.
go jungle, baby.
We got a Steeler game tonight, Berkey.
I can't wait.
Let's fucking go.
I can't wait. I'm off to the Bellagio. We're gonna go play a little 1-1.
You out of there by 5?
I haven't decided yet. I was initially saying like
How good the game
absolutely
is?
100%, but like if I'm in the main game and it's really fucking juicy, I'm gonna just have my phone up.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Do they,
Play a little
they have
tighter.
TVs in there, right?
It doesn't. It doesn't matter. You
For what
never.
it's worth,
you literally never look at the TV.
We're probably going to see the most boring game in the NFL, history of NFL, so that's fine.
We went to the most boring game
Yes.
in the NFL history.
3-0 over Miami.
3-0 monsoon in the middle of October in the early 2000s, 2006. Pittsburgh wins 3-0. A ball actually stuck into the ground after a punt.
Yeah.
It was an incredible scene. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us. We'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. for the final show of the week. Again, we'll give you as many updates as we have on all of the cheating scandals that are going around, as well as the Game of Gold finale. We're all going to wake up bright and early to catch that 2-hour finale, sit and go. Let's go, Josh. Got a strong read on you, man. I'm feeling like you won this thing. Let's go, baby. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Later, squad.